What's up, ladies and gentlemen of the internet? It's another week gone by, and it's another episode of the Media Clash podcast. I'm your host, Wayne, as always joined by
Paul.
Something massive that has come out since we last talked about movies, and kind of shows that it is about what a movie is about that will get people in a pandemic to go to the movie theaters. Like, I've been going to the movies since they really started letting people go back to the movies. I got my vaccinations, and the first movie I saw back in the theaters was it All the Pretty Girls or that Jared Leto killer movie?
Yeah.
So that was the first thing I went and saw, and that was back.
The HBO Max.
No,
movie.
I saw that it did come out on HBO Max, but we went and saw it in the theater. But the box office from week to week had been really struggling until Spiderman No Way Home comes out.
I've been vaccinated twice. I've got the booster shot. And I've only seen, the last movie I seen in the theater was Nobody with you.
Oh, dude, we've been going. I've seen all kind of movies in the theater because I'm like, if I'm gonna go watch a movie, I want to watch it.
I think I've only seen two movies in the movie theater, and that was Tenet and fucking Nobody. I think I gotta try to think about that one, but
dude, I don't go. Like, I haven't had an issue. Like, we go to Clearview, we get our reserved seats. She already bought it. She bought our tickets for Batman already. She sent it to me today.
Yeah, I was supposed to go see Spider-Man Far From Home the same time as y'all. I was like 2 seats over from y'all because that was the only ones left. But like, I was dealing with a family issue at the time, and a lot of really good movies that I wanted to see came out in December. Yeah, but I couldn't go see them because I was dealing with some more important things.
But yeah, so I mean, but it goes to show, like.
But the one of the main reasons why Spider-Man made so much money is because there was nothing really that big came out.
No, but it also, you had other movies, like The Matrix made no money, and that was pretty big, and it made no money.
Well, because it was on HBO Max for free.
I don't think that mattered. I don't think those movies being on HBO Max did any.
I think it did matter simply because nobody had faith in that movie. It's like, I'm not going to waste my money seeing it. I'll just watch it at home.
No, I mean, I we'll never know what the actual numbers for any of these streaming services are.
Yeah.
But, like, I mean, I still haven't watched Matrix. No want or desire to watch it.
The first half is good. The second half is awful. And you ask anybody that's seen the movie, and they'll probably tell you the exact same thing.
I mean, there's only one thing. I mean, I have HBO Max. I mean, I pay for it. But again, Dune came out on HBO Max, and I'm like, no, fuck that. I'm going to the movie theater to see Dune.
I still haven't seen that yet, too.
Fucking Dune is amazing.
I know.
Villeneuve got fucking screwed. That movie it's got like 10 Oscar nominations, and he did not get Best Director.
It got Best Picture, right?
Yeah, it's got 10 nominations, and he did not get nominated.
I would have thought
most of Best Director.
I thought most of them would have been like costume and visual effects and stuff like that.
I mean, it's got no acting awards, so it's all the other.
Oh, you're not going to give Batista, or
I think that movie
Jason Momoa.
I think that movie it's too much of an ensemble. Like, characters in that first movie aren't there long enough to really do anything. There's only one character in that movie the whole time, and it's Chalamet and
Timothy
Chalamet.
That's his name?
Yeah.
Okay. He's in like 4 films last year.
Oh yeah, he was in a lot of, like, he had a lot of stuff that, like, I think he did pre-pandemic that all just
got pushed back and all came
out at the same time.
Year.
Yeah. Because he hosted Saturday Night Live when Dune was originally supposed to come out.
Yeah.
But he had, like, all these other things, like the fucking
French Dispatch.
French Dispatch. He was in. Don't Look Up. He's in.
Yeah.
Dune. And some, like, he's in a bunch of stuff. He's that it guy right now. Like, he had all these things come out. But I mean, like, there's no roles in Dune that scream acting. Like what's his face?
Oscar Isaac.
Oscar Isaac was really good, but the character's not in the movie long enough to really
Zendaya.
demand it. Zendaya is not in the movie until the very end because again, the book is being split across 2 long ass movies, so she's not supposed to show up until
Skarsgård.
He's really good in it, and he'll be in the second one more. So I think that's what it is. Like you have like all the stuff for the first movie is all these parts are really small because they're done the way they're supposed to be done from the book, not the David Lynch version of the movie, where I think a lot of these characters were given more screen time in the David Lynch version.
It's also a funny thing going back to the Book of Boba Fett, how many Dune jokes was made.
I mean, it's because Dune, like fucking George Lucas took a lot of shit from Dune. He did.
No, I mean mainly because of the fucking spice.
But I mean, that's what they're called.
Yeah,
like he literally calls the drug spice. Like it's always been spice, and it's from Dune, basically. Like you could make the argument that spice is the same in both universes. Like it's just fucking.
Technically, both have sandworms.
Yeah, I mean, like you don't know where. Like again, but it's like I saw an article about people complaining about the Luke scene with Grogu that's lifted right from Lone Wolf and Cub. Like no shit, because Jedi are fucking samurai.
Which scene?
When Luke's tells him you have to pick between the armor or the sword.
Yeah.
Like that's literally straight from Lone Wolf and Cub. He's like telling the kid, you can have the ball and go back to being a normal child, or you can learn the way of the sword and come with me. Like it's literally verbatim, like it is, but that's what's called an homage. Like you do things like that as an homage because again, Star Wars is a samurai western. Like, eventually when I do make a feature-length film, there will be a shot-for-shot recreation of the No Easy Way Out montage from Rocky IV. Like, there are very few things that had inspired me as a filmmaker, and I love that song and that the scene between Rocky and Adrian right before that, and then the montage that perfectly recaps 3 movies.
Well, good luck trying to find snowy mountains in Louisiana.
No, that's not that one. That's Hearts on Fire.
Oh, never mind.
No Easy Way Out. I can go film on the West Bank, bruh. Like, all I need is the tunnel. Because that's the one where he's driving. He leaves the house in the Lamborghini.
Oh, right.
And he's just thinking back to, like, the first 3 movies.
That was after Apollo dies?
That's after Apollo dies, and Adrian's telling it, like, he has the press conference, and he says he's going to fight Drago, and Adrian tells him he can't win.
All right, so, I mean, the only montage I know is the fucking mountain montage.
No, that's not Hearts on... Is that Hearts on Fire, or is that, I know these songs. It's the one... Yeah, it's Hearts on Fire. Yeah, that's the Hearts on Fire training montage when he's in Russia that you're thinking of.
How the fuck did we go from Spider-Man to Rocky IV montages?
Because that's the kind of podcast this is.
Right.
Either way, Spider-Man, No Way Home. Again, when you make a movie people want to see, they'll go and see it. No one has... that movie has made over $700 million domestically. Nothing has gotten anywhere near that. Shang-Chi didn't get anywhere near that. Black Widow never got anywhere near that. Nothing that came out. Fast 9 didn't get anywhere near. Fast 9 only made that worldwide. Like, Spider-Man made $1 billion plus worldwide. Without China.
Well, yeah.
It never released in China, because if it released in China, it'd have made a shit ton more. China's kind of just telling the American film industry, fuck off.
They told, they finally let Fight Club into the country. And they finally they didn't redo the ending like they
No,
like
they just cut to a black screen.
yeah. But
People are so pissed, but it's like it's closer to the way the book ended.
but they put the original ending back in.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Because it's like I saw the author. He made like a tongue-in-cheek like comment. He goes, "Yeah, the Chinese government, brought the movie closer to the book anyway by doing that. Because in the book they don't get away with it. Like they don't get away with the bombing in the book. So it kind of ends exactly like the way the Chinese like little cut the black description is. So all these people got all upset and pissed, and it's like the author's just like, that's the way I wrote it.
They so when I wasn't able to see Spider-Man opening weekend like I was supposed to, I knew there was no way I wasn't going to get spoiled. So like that night.
Oh no, dude, the Thursday or the because it opened Thursday.
Yeah, there was
that night. Fucking Screen Crush had their like Easter egg video up because I guess they saw it early.
Dude, there was clips of the fucking movie. I watched.
Oh yeah, that pissed me off. Like YouTube's algorithm was like throwing up bootleg fucking clips on the fucking homepage.
I've seen so many fucking. I typed in the post-credit scene. That's all I wanted to see. Just show me what the post-credit scene is. And then I watched the Venom one. It was on somebody recorded it in the theater. And then I watched the trailer for Doctor Strange 2, which, Jesus Christ, that film, like if the rumors are true on who's showing up in that film, it's going to be fucking nuts.
Oh, yeah. I mean, but they're literally all just supposed to, I think, be glorified cameos, but...
Yeah. It's mostly one-offs. There's one picture of a certain person that was supposed to play Tony Stark back in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, and then I like the... I was listening to a podcast and they were talking about that, and they're like, they should just do... Like, that world should just be everybody who would have played, like, these characters from the 90s. So it should be, like...
Supposedly they're doing it.
Brad Pitt is, like, Captain America should show up. Like, just like these random, like, who would have made good versions of these characters in the 90s?
I think 90s Brad Pitt would have been Thor, because that's the
true.
time
Yeah, he was he
had the long blonde hair.
That or no, I mean, you know, so like after Far From Home, like people came out and like Toby's like the first MCU movie technically now, because he showed up in this.
Yeah.
Adventures in Babysitting.
Oh, well, you had fucking Thor.
That's right. Fucking... fucking Kingpin played fucking Thor in Adventures in Babysitting.
Was that Vincent D'Onofrio?
That was Vincent D'Onofrio with luscious golden locks. All 6 foot whatever of him. Playing the mechanic. Who I think... I mean, I don't remember. And his shirt had Thor's civilian name on it. Like his mechanic shirt.
Yeah, because he gives the girl the...
Because afterward he tells the girl, I have my own. So that's technically, like, I would be like, no, that's the first MCU movie.
Supposedly there's a leaked picture that I accidentally stumbled upon.
I mean, I think I saw that picture. It doesn't...
You know, I don't think it's real.
No.
But...
Because it's clear, like...
It'll be funny if it is.
I mean, the rumors may be true, but, like, I just think that was...
They want somebody to take over the Robert Downey Jr. role because he ain't coming back.
No, I don't even think it's...
That's the wrong actor to get, because he's going to want Robert Downey fucking Jr. money, and he's going to want to rewrite the script, and he's going to want to do all this other stuff, because
I mean, the Mission Impossible movies aren't bad, but I'm like...
Dude, they're
not the best written things, no.
Did you see the budget for that fucking film? It's going to be one of the highest budget fucking films.
Well, I mean, when you want to go to space your damn self... Dude, do you realize the friggin' insurance policy that movie probably has as well?
The fucking Top Gun movie that's supposed to come out like 3 years ago still hasn't come out yet. They were playing advertisements before the AFC championship game like 2 weeks ago. Tom Cruise came out and did his little intro
Mhm.
talking about the two teams and how their season was and all this other stuff. Meanwhile, they're playing clips of fucking Top Gun Maverick.
Dude, I know the both of the Mission Impossibles got pushed like a year apiece.
Everything got fucking pushed. All the Disney films got pushed again.
No, like the Mission Impossible that's done
Oh, yeah.
got pushed to 2023. Like they're gonna hold that bitch another year.
I think there's lawsuits involved because of the COVID shit.
Well, yeah, maybe.
Anyway, so Spider-Man, I went and watched that, and because of the algorithm, like you said with YouTube, all these random clips come up. So I seen the clip of them summoning Garfield and then Tobey Maguire's character. They had that whole fucking scene. And then they had the whole scene of some of the fight at the Statue of Liberty.
Like I don't even understand the point of doing that because it's not like you can just create a channel, put something up that you know is gonna get hundreds of thousands, like even if it got, you're not gonna get anything out of it.
No, plus it's gonna get flagged and taken down.
It's gonna get flagged and taken down, but like, yeah, so what? You got like 500,000 views on a clip. You're not gonna make any money off of it unless you have 1,000 subs and 4,000 hours of watch time. Because again, like us, we're 98. It keeps going from 98, 99 subscribers away from 1,000. But we're like, the watch time is just not. I don't think the watch time is going to be what doesn't happen unless we start putting out like. I think I need to put out like some evergreen. I need to just start doing like equipment reviews for like the shit we use and things like that people will just look for. Because I don't think anything that we have, we're at like 390 something hours for the last 12 months, and that's just going to keep going down as the year goes by. So like you actually have to do work and shit. Like I don't know. That's why I don't understand these motherfuckers who go and put up clips like that for like the little bump. Because it makes no sense. You're not getting anything out of it. But it was quite annoying that, because I saw that before we went and saw it. Like I put on fucking YouTube on the smart TV, and like the first thing in the fucking recommended, I think, was Aunt May dies or whatever. And I'm like, God damn it. I didn't even watch it. I just saw the thing and I'm like, son of a bitch.
That was balls to kill her. Like, how much of a fucking kick in the balls type of film can you do?
I think it needed to happen because, again, the argument could be made like this Spider-Man, like everything, like we never got to see Uncle Ben. He never really makes reference to Uncle Ben dying the way he did in other Spider-Man stories.
Because I don't think they talk about his parents.
They don't talk about his parents either.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I think May dying is his Uncle Ben.
Yes.
Like, these three movies were one long-ass origin, because now you're going to get the Spider-Man that Tobey was. For his three movies, you're going to get the Andrew... Like, Tom Holland is now Spider-Man. Like, he wasn't... He was Spider-Man, but, I mean, he had, like, Tony's Tech. He had all his friends. He had May. Now, he's got nothing. He's the Tobey Maguire after the, like, halfway through the original.
It's watching the film, it was okay. Sometimes it was a bit too much stuff thrown into one film.
I'm wondering if there's a lot of cut stuff or like things that they trimmed out of the script they didn't even film.
Supposedly Mysterio was in, like, there's concept art and stuff like that of Mysterio.
Like, I honestly don't think he's dead. Like,
technically, well, yeah, if he was dead, then he should have been one of the people to come back. But no, it would have brought a Mysterio from a different universe.
Yeah.
See, and it's also the thing of like, where was Harry Osborn? Because he knew.
I mean, here's the thing. It was just.
Oh, you could have brought back.
It's just
Venom.
Who they could get. They weren't going to bring James Franco.
No, because he's kind of.
Yeah. So they just they're like, all right, we can get these people from these movies that people recognize. We'll bring them over.
Fucking.
When you see the Rift, you see Craven, you see Rhino, you see other people in silhouette.
Yeah. Supposedly, Craven is going to be.
That's the next Sony's doing
the next
Craven.
Sony one. Yeah, because you got to build up that Sinister Six
for no reason,
movie.
because there's no Spider-Man in that universe.
Yeah. So,
although Craven wasn't Sinister Six.
I mean, at some point he probably was. There's been so many.
I mean, I think the biggest misstep in that was not just completely combining the Sony movies, but we don't know because we don't know how fucking what Morbius is.
Because
I'm honestly looking forward to that because I remember the character from from when I was a kid. Because I was introduced to all the street level Marvel characters in the comics first. Yeah, like
Dark
Werewolf
Marvel.
by Night, all Tomb of Dracula, all those. So I want to see that. I honestly do like Jared Leto as an actor and a musician.
I have zero faith in that film. He is a great actor, but once again, it's fucking Sony, and Sony Marvel films are horrible.
Venom is salvageable.
Venom is bad.
I think the second one could have been done better. The first one was better than it had any right to be.
It was too slapsticky. Like, that's not fucking Venom. That's not the symbiote.
That's their
Symbiote.
version. That's why. That's there's
the problem. It's their
version of Venom. That's why the other Venom.
I hate that fucking version of Venom. Tom Holland. I mean,
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy. Eddie Brock was a fucking asshole and wanted to kill Spider-Man, and the symbiont was just using Eddie Brock as a fucking vessel to do that.
Well, yeah, it's again, Sony's not gonna, like we talked about before. Sony's gonna let Kevin Feige keep doing what he wants to do because it makes them money. So there'll be a version of Venom in the MCU. Sony's gonna make money off of it.
Yeah, it's gonna be Tom Hardy. He's gonna come back and play Venom again. There's gonna be another Tom Hardy version of Eddie Brock.
That would be
in that universe.
That's why I'm like, they could have just merged them, and I'd have been fine with it. Because you merge them, and maybe it changes Tom Hardy's Eddie Brock personality a little bit, but it's still them.
It's the fact of, like they said, the symbionts, no matter where they are, they keep.
Yeah, they're all connected through a hive mind, and that's the way it is in the comics too.
Yeah, so technically, he got brought to this universe.
He got pulled over because the Venom symbiote knows Peter Parker is Spider-Man. That's why. Not because Eddie knew who he was or that version of Venom had ever met Peter Parker and knew he was Spider-Man. It's because the Venom symbiote, which the symbionts in the comic book were around before, like, Let There Be Light.
Oh, you know what the rumor is for the next Spider-Man movie is going to be? Is supposedly like some symbiont king person.
Yes, because that was a big storyline in the comics within the last few years.
And it's supposed to have Garfield and Maguire also back in it.
I'll believe that when I see it. The connection, the only reason that I believe, the guy who is in Love and Thunder, the sword he uses is a symbiote sword.
Oh, Death,
God Killer or whatever his name is. Like the sword he uses is a sword from the symbiote king. Like that's
fucking
that sword is like I don't don't know if the sword's a symbiote, but it is kind of like
Christian Bale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He like that sword is connected to the symbiotes. So that's why I give any creed like okay, so maybe they'll do it. But I don't know that Maguire and fucking
Garfield
are going to show up.
I do say watching the film, like the only thing that stand out that I liked about it, like the script was all over the place at times.
That's why I think there's a lot that got cut out because
Yeah.
there just seems to be like stuff
It's
was there.
It's the whole fact of the Mysterio death trials. Like Murdoch just shows up. It's like, oh yeah, you're free. I got you off because I'm a really good lawyer, and that's all we're going to talk about it. But everybody hates you still.
I mean, I think they had to. Here's the thing: you have to get to the point where, up until this point, when the Mysterio thing, like Spider-Man's a hero, and Spider-Man was never a universally loved hero in the comics. So you have to get him to that point where there are people that like him, people that hate him. You know, you got to bring him back down to that street level
But it's the fact of he committed an international crime by allegedly killing Mysterio, and then it's just a throwaway line of like, I got you off of the murder from Mysterio. How'd you do that? I'm a good lawyer, and that's it.
Because is it really important? No, not really, because we knew he wasn't gonna.
But
because again, now I will say what the next Spider-Man needs to explain is just how that spell affects the world. Because again,
well, that's what
Matt Murdock got him off of murder charges. There should be a paper trail.
Well, it's the fact of the spell consequences is going to be Doctor Strange too.
Well, yeah, I mean but you still have to, because clearly they're not just going to get rid of all of like, oh, everybody remembers again at the end. Something is going to happen in Multiverse of Madness that introduces the X-Men, the Fantastic Four, like all of that is going to get set up one way or another. Like you may not explicitly see the Fantastic Four or the X-Men, but it's going to open the door for them showing up.
Oh, speaking of which, I just remembered, speaking of Doctor Strange 2, supposedly there's going to be a new trailer, a longer trailer for the Super Bowl Sunday. Because they're starting to list of all the...
It comes out when?
In May?
May?
I think.
It still will probably be a trailer that doesn't show much. You're not going to see anything.
Would you first show Kang?
Kang doesn't show up until Ant-Man.
Oh, right. The Ant-Man. Fuck. No, this is going to be... Oh, God. What's his name? Oh, then the What If...
Mordo? No, because supposedly you've already... Like, the other trailers... Like... That's either Defender Strange or that is Strange Supreme. Like they haven't said who that is yet, though. Because the toy says Defender Strange, so it's not Strange Supreme.
What If Strange, right?
Yeah, it's not What If Strange.
Okay.
I don't think that may be that. If they do that, that is something that you don't show ahead of time.
Okay.
To me, if I'm making that decision. Yeah, we show this other version of Strange, but like the big reveal, the one that comes in and maybe fucking saves everybody's ass, is Strange Supreme and the Watcher.
Yeah.
They show up at the end to like really, because I mean you can do that because
I mean technically you can have Michael B. Jordan, him and fucking Vision is still fighting. In that
that's what
pocket universe.
So yeah, the only thing Strange Supreme is really doing, like that's the only thing he's defending. Like,
no,
he's
Ultron. I'm sorry, he's fighting Ultron.
Yeah, him and Killmonger and Ultron are like fighting in that prison.
And technically, you can bring them both back in that movie.
Yep.
And they can have the fucking Infinity Stones.
So I mean, that's the kind of stuff I'm looking forward to in Doctor Strange. That. The one good thing, like I didn't find like the story. I found the story in Spider-Man good. like, yeah, it seems to me like there's some stuff that's jumped over that maybe there was extra scenes.
You could have spent at least one paragraph explaining how you got him off of the murder trials.
Who knows? You may see that in something else, though.
But I do say...
Because clearly we got Kingpin and Hawkeye. So you may see that referenced in Echo.
But the problem is that Kingpin technically is not the same Kingpin from the
Neither is that
Netflix.
Matt Murdock, though.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. Like,
Yeah,
it's
just
still
the same player.
It's still the same. It's the same character and the same actor.
It's just the Hawkeye version of Kingpin is more accurate to the comics than...
So yeah, the MCU version of Kingpin
Yeah.
is more accurate to the comics. He's fucking super. He's like superhuman strong,
Yeah.
durable. Because to me, like, I'm gonna say that wasn't. He didn't even have like that arrow stuck in his chest. That wasn't in. That didn't stick in a bulletproof vest or like the Netflix Kingpin had like clothes made that was, you know, bulletproof and shit. I'm gonna say that arrow is stuck in that version of Kingpin's chest, and he's just like, his muscles are so dense. He's like, whatever. Like, he ripped a door off a car.
Yeah.
He is not. I'm not gonna say he's Captain America strong, but he is definitely.
He's not superhuman power. Like, he's not a mutant or nothing. He's just a big guy with a fucking ton of muscles.
I mean, like, that's what I'm like. He's not. I don't think he's gonna be on like Captain America strength level, but he's definitely way strong. He's stronger than fucking Sam Wilson, Captain America.
Well, they said Vincent D'Onofrio said that that version of Kingpin is a weaker, as in like status wise, because of the snap really hurt his. Yeah,
he's not in as high a position anymore. Yeah.
And he's trying to get back to where he once was. But anyway, I thought the acting in Spider-Man was very good. I thought Tom Holland was great. I thought Dr. Cumberbatch was great as Doctor Strange. The ending spell thing, like, all right, Aunt May's dead. Hogan's arrested.
No, Happy's out.
Well, he got out afterwards, but it's like technically you could have hurry up and it wouldn't have taken that long to just put like Ned and fucking Mary Jane as only they two.
No, I think what it is it's just in order to like
or Doctor Strange
reseal everything, you had to like completely erase it, and then like he could probably go back to MJ and Ned and be like, no, it's me. We went and like explain things, and it wouldn't break the spell. No, well, who knows? They may go to them, try and tell them they know it, and then when he's not in their presence, they forget again. Who knows? That's what I'm saying. That's why the next Spider-Man needs to explain the ramifications of the spell.
It's the fact of
for him, not like Strange. Yes, Multiverse of Madness is going to show like the ramifications of using the reality-altering magic we're going to see, but the ramifications for Peter Parker himself.
Yeah, it's the fact of when he shows up to the diner and sees Ned, who I first thought that...
Because supposedly the novelization says, like, her action description says, remember, like, comes across as if, like, she's having deja vu, kind of like, do I know you? But...
Yeah, you seem like I know you,
yeah.
But I don't. At first, when Ned first comes in, I thought they were going to hint at them two are dating.
Yeah, I did too. I thought that was gonna be like the thing that kind of like just dug it. But I mean, honestly,
so that means the Vulture doesn't know
exactly.
No,
yeah, no one should know.
Knows.
Everyone just knows Spider-Man.
So it's that scene when he's in the diner and he sees Ned and he sees MJ and stuff like that, and then he was about to read his message, and then he sees the cut on her head, and then he realized I can't do this because how much I can't put them through this again if this happens again, if people find out who I am and they have to go through all this again. And once again, he finds a shitty apartment to move in.
Which almost looks identical to the Tobey Maguire one.
Yeah. I thought Andrew Garfield was a standout.
Yeah, because it shows exactly like his Spider-Man got shit on, and I really did. Like, you can go back and watch my review of Amazing Spider-Man, and I liked Amazing Spider-Man.
I never watched the first one. I had to watch the second one because it was a midnight movie thing, and I had to, I guess, screen the print for the. No, it was an employee screening, and I had to stay to watch it with them, and I hated the second one. The
second one, because again, they fall into this like
it's fucking
the girlfriend
Sony.
Needs to know, so Gwen needed to know he was Spider-Man and like all that kind of stuff. I'm like, it fell into the superhero tropes of like, you know, the superhero's got to give up his identity to his girlfriend and yada yada. Like, I think that's the stuff that kind of ruined the second one, and the fact that like we did too much to try and world build all these other characters.
Also, did Electro know who he was, Peter Parker?
So again, the things that people just don't listen to.
Oh, you told me like because he
literally
electricity.
He goes, when they're talking about the last thing they were doing before they got pulled over, Doc's like, I had my hands around Parker's like Spider-Man's throat, and then I was here.
Yeah.
Electro's like, I was in the grid collecting data, and then I was oh crap, I was about to die. So he doesn't even realize that he gleaned that information and it brought him over, because everybody's like, oh, it's a different version. But when Tom Holland's Spider-Man's there and he sees him like forming on the wire, and they go, what does he look like? He goes, he's blue. So it was the Amazing Spider-Man version of Electro who was blue, but he goes, this energy's different. I like this Electro. Like, I like, because it was he reformed himself the way he wanted to reform himself.
No, but my question is, in Amazing Spider-Man 2...
No, they do not. He does not know
who Peter Parker is.
Who Peter Parker is. That's why they throw in the line, I was on the grid collecting data. So then you can say he somehow gleamed because the shadow guy or whatever, like, people knew in Oscorp who, like, Peter Parker was Spider-Man.
Oh, okay.
So it was clearly it was probably in a file.
And Doc Connors knew in Spider-Man 1.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, there are, like, again, because people don't pay attention. Like, no, it explains it. You actually have to pay attention to the movie. They're not gonna beat you over that. Why? I don't understand, like, the attention span that the modern movie-going audience has, where they just have to be beat over the head with something so blatantly obvious. I don't know. Maybe it's me. Like, I don't. In very few movies do I completely 100% lose myself and enjoy when I watch them the first time.
Yeah.
Like, I watch every movie through the eye of an actual critic. Like, all these people you see on the internet who, like, do movie reviews and then have shitty takes, or, like, the Angry Joe show where they clearly don't pay attention to what the fuck they're watching, but yet they want to call themselves critics. Dude, I've been doing... I got my first press pass to a movie was fucking Dawn of the Dead. The Snyder version that was written by James Gunn.
The shitty. I still hate that.
I mean, it's not bad. It's not great, but it's not like I think it's written well, but I mean, that's James Gunn.
It comes to a fucking screeching halt once they make it to the mall. It just becomes so slow.
Well, I mean, that is Zack Snyder not being able to convey.
No, this movie is way too long, and we should have cut scenes out.
No, because I mean, it's
the zombie baby.
It's the. I mean, he did that for shock value.
Yeah,
but it's the. I don't know how to be as intelligent in my writing or in my directing as Romero. Like, I can't give this the...
Or I can't relay a message that I'm trying to convey with this film.
Exactly.
About that reflects what's going on in the nation, like Romero did.
Exactly. So it comes to this just like screeching halt of like, oh, these people found a safe place to play, so they their life goes back to like.
Let's have this long ass montage.
Yeah, but I mean, again, so like that was the first movie I ever professionally went and because I did reviews for the college paper and the show we had on public access. So.
Literally, the zombie script I wrote kind of starts exactly like Dawn of the Dead. And I was kind of pissed after I watched it.
Look, you know what? I am pissed I gave up the trademark on Dominion all those years ago. Because fucking Jurassic World Dominion is a thing.
Yeah, I didn't even bother watching that trailer.
That trailer it's so amazing. Oh my, I love the Jurassic. Like, I don't like Jurassic Park 2 and 3. Well, 3, I like 3 better than 2 because I'm just so pissed that they fucked the second book up. Like, the second book is really good, and they just fucked it up. But I had no problem with Jurassic World or the second one. This one looks fucking great. I did see a fucking comment on the trailer that's pretty dead on. It's like, 2017, Baby Groot. 2019, Baby Yoda. 2022, Baby Blue. Because clear, like Blue, the raptor has a baby.
Oh, God.
And this, and again, I have no problem. Like, it makes, like, my thing is, how of all we let loose was the ones in the, that were at that sale.
Yeah.
In the second one. So now we have all of these fucking things all over. Like, that I want explained to me.
I didn't watch 2. I hated the first one so much, I just skipped.
Oh my God, like, I had no problem. Like, there was...
She outran a fucking Tyrannosaurus Rex on the heels.
I can't stand nitpick. That's not, to me, that's not a nitpick. And I have seen...
It was just...
I have seen Teresa run in heels, so...
It's the fact of there's so much stuff. It's like, all right, basically, I'm watching you... You're remaking Jurassic Park, the original. Almost, some of these shots are almost pulled from the original.
Well, no, but I think because they knew they knew this was going to be a trilogy.
Finding Jeeps that's been sitting in this fucking garage for, 20 years?
Bruh.
And it works. All they have to do, change the battery. Oh, perfectly works fine now.
Bruh, have you never... you can go to a junkyard and... as long as that gas has not been... as long as your shit...
That thing was sitting in a fucking jungle. Most of that shit would have been rotted, dry rotted, or corroded.
No, the engine could have still been fine. Here's the... dude, I know cars.
I know.
The only thing that would have rusted out, really, on that Jeep is the body. But Jeeps are... that Jeep would have been bought and intended for that exact environment. Spare no expense. That Jeep would have been made to higher specifications than the Jeep Wrangler down the street that's got big tires on it that never see mud. There's a reason why people up north and out west come to the south to get cars, old cars. They are usually, they don't have salt damage from the coast. Because a lot of cars out of California, you'll find salt damage from the coast. Up north, you get rust damage from the ice and snow. People come to the south because, your paint gets fucked up. Shit cosmetically, the car will get fucked because of the elements, but you're not going to have shit rust out as easily because you'll get surface rust, but it won't eat through shit because... yes, it's humid, but it's not sitting in moisture like snow. Because usually snow will sit around shit, and that'll fuck your shit up.
The gas had to have been fucking...
My Corvette went through Katrina. Was underneath 2 stories of water.
Yeah, but did it sit for 20 years It never once turned the engine or nothing like that. Never fucking.
As
did
long
anything.
as your gas tank and your line stay sealed, gas has a very long shelf life.
Right. Fuck Jurassic Park. Going back to Spider-Man, it's I thought it was decent, but it didn't blow me away. I still think the first one was the best one out of all of them. Like,
I mean, I think it's a 3-story culmination. I think.
Fuck, I was calling it the wrong movie. It's No Way Home.
Yeah, No Way Home. I think it's a 3-story culmination, and then Spider-Man 4, whatever they call that, is going to be like, all right, now give me a legit solo Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, this is the reset.
I mean, this is the end of the origin. Like, the MCU version of Spider-Man just got to be Spider-Man before he learned his ultimate lesson.
But what you said is the perfect thing for Aunt May dying. He never had an Uncle Ben moment.
Yeah, he never got the Uncle Ben. Like, even the Tony thing isn't an Uncle Ben moment for him.
No, because he never had it wasn't like a one-on-one.
Yeah, he was there. Yeah, like... Yeah,
he was there. He had like a little moment with him, but
he had some kind of relationship with Tony, but I mean, he wasn't
raised by him.
Yeah, it was the Aunt May was his Uncle Ben. So he ultimately now learns with great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah, she had to fucking say the line.
Everybody, I mean, it's a line.
William Dafoe is fucking still great.
Yes, like
still terrifying no matter what he does.
Again, that's why I was hoping this would have been like it would have just merged the universes because there's still no Oscorp in the MCU. Like that would be what's great if just out of the blue they bring out a de-aged Willem Dafoe in the MCU as a different version of Norman to be Norman Osborn in the MCU.
I still can't believe y'all still haven't seen The Lighthouse yet.
No, I have not watched The Lighthouse yet.
That movie is so fucking amazing. Like, William Dafoe is amazing. Like, how... I think we talked about this on the Oscar shit. How he never got nominated.
Oh, yeah. He was pretty good on Saturday Night Live the week or so ago, too.
But William Dafoe in this is very good. And he actually came out and said that he wants to be in the next Joker film, and he wants to play somebody who wants to impersonate the Joker, who's obsessed with the Joker and what he's done and stuff like that.
Great.
So he wants to play a version of the Joker himself.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
He should be. I mean, it sucks that like the Joker really does need to be about the same age as Batman. But he would make a great Joker.
Like his facial expressions, even
he doesn't need the
when he
makeup.
was switching in between.
He doesn't need like Heath Ledger had the makeup. Fucking Jack Nicholson had the makeup to make it the smile. They couldn't do that smile naturally. Fucking Willem Dafoe can do that smile naturally.
Yeah, and it's the fact of watching Spider-Man, him switching character from Norman
the Goblin
to the Goblin was so good. Of like him, you can see it in his face. You can read it in his face when he makes the change and stuff like that. Alfred Molina was really good as Doc Ock, like his redemption.
I mean, that's
story.
just the thing. They'll never get. They'll never give, even if the role in a superhero movie is really great. Just like I said, Heath Ledger would have never gotten an Oscar nomination or won had he not died.
Probably.
Like, if he'd have lived that role, he would not have got nominated for that.
I think he would have got nominated. He wouldn't have won.
I don't know that he even got nominated. Because Chadwick Boseman didn't get nominated. And I'm sorry, like, that... Say what you will about Black Panther. Like, people say, oh, it should... It should have gotten nominated for Best Picture. Like, I do believe that because there are a lot of things in that movie that are very poignant and meaningful. And I do think... just from a transcending performance of a character, that yes, like that portrayal in that movie, introducing that character to the like that is what you nominate someone for.
Yeah, but the fact is, superhero films are never.
Yeah, they don't
nominated.
get just like I agree with Dan Merle, the
Horror
Lake House or whatever, the girl that was in that
Yeah,
should like that. I saw that movie. It's a pretty good movie. I mean, it's not to me. It's not a horror movie.
oh, is that the one with the husband dies and she goes back to the?
She finds out that there's like a completely different like. She finds like because he's an architect and she finds his books.
Yeah.
And like there's a house that's the mirror version of the house across the lake on an island.
Yeah.
And like I think it was leading to a certain direction and then they just went in a completely different direction. I'm like, no, if they'd went with the direction it felt like it was going in, it would have been better. Cause they go in a supernatural way.
Okay.
Where they could have gone in a serial killer direction. And they didn't. And I'm like, damn it, it would have been way better if it was the serial killer direction and not the supernatural direction. But she was really good in that movie. And like horror movies are never going to get nominated for Oscars.
I think Get Out was like the one.
I don't consider Get Out. Like honestly, I don't consider Get Out a horror movie.
Well, they do. They categorize it more as a horror.
To me, Get Out goes from great potential to cheesy sci-fi movie at the end.
They off the top of my head, I can't really think of any like recently any horror films other than like Get Out. For like best picture, Psycho maybe. I'm gonna have to look that up. See what horror film.
Yeah, but I mean, so like,
I don't think Star Wars wasn't nominated for Best Picture. I don't think, or Empire Strikes Back.
Probably not. I do think it would be awesome though to have like a young like de-age Willem Dafoe. Like it sucks that you would have to do that, but I mean de-age Willem Dafoe to have him play.
They did
Norman.
it for Alfred Molina.
No, but I'm like to be like the MCU version of Norman.
Oh, yeah.
And fucking Tom Holland Spider-Man having to deal with like he knows it's not the Norman that killed May.
But the thing is, in this universe, that Norman is not a super genius scientist person.
No, he doesn't exist. That was the thing.
Yeah,
they said he doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So they should just bring in like after Multiverse of Madness when clearly shit's gonna happen. They should bring in a version of Norman as, like, they should bring in Willem Dafoe as a version of Norman. Bring in, like, he has one of those midlife crisis babies for a son. Like, Harry's just, like, a late in life kid.
Yeah. Yeah. The writing at times, like, when it's the jokes, I've always liked the jokes in the Spider-Man films. I think they always are funny and they hit. Like, it makes sense to make those jokes and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's Peter Parker's character.
Yeah.
That's
Spider-Man. He deals with everything with comedy.
Not insane version of, well, not as insane as fucking Deadpool, but he's just as a comedian as Deadpool is.
I can't wait for that crossover.
Yeah, so I mean, there's a rumor supposedly this is how they bring everything in next film.
What's great is that Deadpool should be the only person that knows and remembers. Like, he literally walks up to Tom Holland Spider-Man while he's in costume and goes, "Hey, what's up, Peter?" And walks away, and Peter is just like, "Wait, what?"
So, once again, out of 5.
Out of 5, I give it...
Oh, would you rather 10?
No, because, I mean, 5, like, me and Teresa got into this again because she hates a 5-star scale.
She's like, Ellis has to be 4?
Yeah. Because she's like, it's known. I'm like, no, because 3 is middle of the road.
Yeah.
Like 2.5 is not a middle of the road. A 3 is a middle of the road.
Mm-hmm.
So I would give it a 4 because it seems like, again, it does seem like there's some stuff cut out of it.
Yeah,
you're right. I would have liked to see more. I would have liked to have seen more Matt Murdock. But again, I would also sit through a 5-hour version of this movie and be perfectly happy. I think that's the difference between me and everybody. Like I can sit down through a 5-hour version of a movie and be okay. It doesn't and be like not like, oh, this is taking forever.
Oh, I've done it. Seven Samurais, like
Seven Samurais is long. I've sat through the extended versions of Lord of the Rings in movie theaters back to back before Return of the King came on.
I didn't do that.
I did all in one shot at the Elmwood 20. I don't have a problem sitting through really long movies.
I did the Cornet trilogy.
Yeah, I don't have a problem sitting through really long movies. I like, to me, like if you got a script that calls for a 5-hour movie and it makes sense, give me a 5-hour movie.
Yeah.
Because again, I like long storytelling. I don't need shit condensed down to me like I'm a 2-year-old.
I'll give this, I'll say a 3.5. Only because the writing's good at times. I thought the acting was very good. Tobey Maguire still looks old. Well, he still looks exactly the same, but he was old for the fucking
he was not
20 years ago.
Yeah, he was not. He should not have been trying to play high school Peter Parker.
But
and I think I'm glad they blew right through high school Peter Parker.
Yeah, and I love the fact of, I thought the best part of the writing is the interactions between Garfield and Toby and
whoever
Holland.
like the writers of that movie just went out of their way to redeem Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man.
Like the best scene of the whole movie is when he saved MJ.
Oh yeah, that was a big like
his
We
redemption.
knew it was coming.
Yeah,
like you saw the fall in the trailer, and it's like it's not gonna be Tom Holland that saves her. It's gonna be Garfield. Like it was not even like you can't call it foreshadow. Like it was just blatantly obvious when you saw that in the trailer. Like Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man's gonna catch her and save her.
Yeah, it's the fact of, are you okay? And he's like,
exactly,
yes.
like he
like starts to tear up.
Yeah, like
the emotion.
And again, he does it with humor because that's what Spider-Man does.
Oh, them waiting at the Statue of Liberty, and they were talking about like, I went to space and fought aliens. Oh, I fought an alien too. And
he's like, oh
Garfield's
man, I fought a guy in a metal rhino suit.
Like those interaction scenes or when they were at the fucking high school trying to develop all the stuff of them interacting with each other.
The Toby has organic web shooters that.
Yeah, well,
I could have listened to that whole conversation. Like, give me a half hour of them trying to like work that shit out.
Yeah, it's just. So yeah, like I thought all of that was good. I thought the acting was good from everybody. They didn't really do much with fucking Doc Connors at all.
I think some of the characters were just there answer because he did the voice, but he didn't actually come back.
See. Yeah.
He didn't come back to do the mocap or anything else. Church didn't come back.
No, you've seen him at the end.
That's reused footage, just like him and
really
Thomas Hayden Church. It's reused footage from the other movies.
Oh, I didn't know that.
All they did was re-record dialogue.
Huh.
Yeah, the only like Melina, Defoe, Jamie Foxx were the only 3 that came back and did actual on-set stuff.
Because I see it now. It's like you need some villains, not just one villain from Amazing Spider-Man, and have like 3 or 4 villains from Tobey Spider-Man. You have to kind of like try to even it out a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to take the most memorable ones.
And that's just it. Like, if you're gonna do this, like, you're not gonna. You're like where else are you gonna pull? It's either we bring in these people that we know,
or you could bring,
or we have to just bring in characters that have never been seen.
Yeah, that's what you could have done. You could have brought in at least 1 or 2 characters that you've never seen before, but in their universe, they know who Peter Parker is.
That's
how you can introduce Kraven the Hunter.
Well, I mean, that's why you got the silhouettes, so the people who know. And I think that's kind of where where the Sony Marvel thing butt heads.
It's also,
I think if it was up to Feige, he probably would have done that.
It's also the line of what Doctor Strange tells Tom Holland is that he was able to kind of trap it, but some snuck in.
Yeah, I mean, that's what he got
and it has to be. And if you want people to come see this movie, you have to show
the people who
they know.
Yeah. It's and again, like, I guarantee you, in an MCU movie that, like, solely MCU movie that did this thing, I think they would have referenced the old movies, even if say if Disney had gotten it back completely or whatever. I think you would have gotten the same movie. I think you would have gotten other new villains introduced in the movie, as well as bringing in the old ones. I think bringing in Connors and Sandman, that was this movie's version of Spider-Man 3's Venom. Like, they were kind of just pushed in because we know them.
It's also the fact of Tobey Maguire unveiled his identity to fucking everybody.
Oh yeah, he's like so. Not
he
only
took his
would,
mask off
not
in front
only
of
would
everybody.
not only would the villains have known.
Where's MJ?
Who? Well, I mean, that's just it. You couldn't bring. Like, it goes to the thing. You couldn't bring all. That's why. So either there's I guarantee you, there's stuff in the script for both Gwen and MJ.
Like, that would have been something you brought in Toby's version of Kristen Dunst.
I mean, she talked about it, and like, it would have been awesome.
It
would have been an awesome interaction between them.
It's what he told Garfield. It's like, we got married, we made it work.
Yeah,
it can happen. You'll find your MJ one day.
I kind of agree with some people who are like, it'd be awesome if you see them. And we might not see, like, Into the Spider-Verse, like, the sequel, because it's 2 parts. They should go to, like, that version, like, and just animate it and say it's Toby's, and you see, like, them, like, Kirsten Dunst and Tobey Maguire voicing the characters, and they've got the daughter, the Spider-Girl.
Spider-Girl.
Like, that's that universe where May Parker is the thing.
And also, this movie really shows you how bad off Garfield's version got it. Just by them having that dialogue of like, oh, I did this. I have Mary Jane. He has Mary Jane, is still alive. He never met his Mary Jane.
Yeah, he had Gwen, and Gwen died. Yeah, so.
Yeah. Technically, in the comics, Mary Jane
came after Gwen.
No, they
yeah.
Mary Jane was around, but they never started dating. He was dating Gwen Stacy.
Yeah.
Then Gwen Stacy dies, and then fuck, am I getting this wrong?
I'm pretty sure it's Gwen was around first, and then Mary Jane shows up afterwards.
Yeah, because Aunt May says, "Oh, I set you up with a blind date with a friend of mine's granddaughter or something like that, or daughter," and it's like, you just hit the jackpot, Tiger.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, then I guess to wrap this up, we'll do rapid fire of stuff I've seen that you haven't seen and shit you've seen I haven't seen.
Yeah, I mean, really the biggest things, the thing I would say go out and watch, which you need to go watch, All of Us Are Dead.
I'll start that tomorrow.
Is a really good show. It's 12 episodes. I'm like, man, is this like, it's almost over? And I'm like, holy, it's 12 episodes. I was like, about to start episode 10. And I'm like, oh, cool, the last episode. And I look, I'm like, no, it's like 2 episodes, like 3 full episodes left. I'm like, all right. But like I said, we said off air, I'm like, All of Us Are Dead could literally be Resident Evil. It could be. It has some of the same story beats as Resident Evil, or you could literally connect it to the original Resident Evil stuff. Like, I'll let you watch it and you tell me if you figure out how it could be connected to the original. But it's very easily connected to the original. Well, at least to a Resident Evil modern set.
Okay. Quickly, one movie I seen is The French Dispatch, Wes Anderson's new film that I tried to go see a couple times, but just never made it to the theater to go see it. And it's not one of his best films, but it's a good watch. It's definitely Wes Anderson. I love the way he shot the film, the cinematography part of it, and the way he set up the shots and the way the shots look on. It's like you got to see the movie just for that. Mm-hmm. It's broken up into 3 different segments. It's The French Dispatch is a magazine, and each short story is a different section of the magazine. It's like a different article of like one's food and culture, one's art, one's police drama and stuff like that. And the problem is with all these different short stories, some of them are going to be good, some of them are going to be bad. And unfortunately, one was very good, the rest was kind of eh. But it's very Wes Anderson. It's a Wes Anderson film. Mm-hmm. Amazing cast, like an all-star cast, like most of his films.
Yeah.
Definitely check it out. Just watch the way he shot certain scenes and stuff like that. The way he set up the scenes, it looks amazing. I watched Reacher on Amazon Prime. I was a huge fan of the first Jack Reacher with Tom Cruise, not knowing nothing about the books. Mm-hmm. And then I found out that Reacher is supposed to be a 6'2" or 6'3".
He's supposed to be a very like imposing soldier,
fucking gorilla looking motherfucker, and it's the complete opposite of what Tom Cruise is. That's why all the fans of the book was pissed. And there's a ton of books too. Like there's a
he's a prolific character.
Yeah,
he's a Jack Ryan.
Yes. I want to say there was like 22 books, I think.
Mm-hmm. Which I can't wait for season 3 of Jack Ryan. Like that Amazon version of the show is pretty good.
The guy who plays Jack Reacher, I don't have his name in front of me, but he was on Blue Mountain State on Spike.
Yes. He
was the quarterback of the college football team that the show was based around. And he must have put on so much muscle. This dude is like, I mean,
he's a big dude. He was big when he was on Smallville as Aquaman.
He's a fucking brick house in his fucking show.
Is he on Titans?
He's
Hawk. Is he not?
Titan? I don't watch Titans.
I think he's on the HBO, that show Titans on HBO. And I think he plays Hawk in Hawk and Dove.
Oh. He reminds me, like, he looks like Brock Sampson from fucking Venture Brothers.
Yes, he could play a live action Brock
come to
Sampson.
life.
Yes,
easily. You give him a fucking wig with curly.
You give him a curly mullet.
Yeah, he's fucking Brock Sampson. I think the overall story plot is a bit much at times.
But I mean, it's from what I understand of the character and the stories, that's the kind of thing.
Yeah, he's a wanderer. He just wanders around the country. He's like the fucking Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, that's the kind of shit that he would get into. Like, you know,
the Incredible Hulk, the TV show, not the movies or nothing like that. With Bill
Lou Ferrigno Hulk.
Yeah, Bill
Bixby.
Bixby. And so he just kind of wanders around and solves these fucking mysteries and stuff like that, and the killings. And the first season is based on the first book. It already got renewed for a second season. I thought it was very good. His acting is great. Like, he portrays the character great of what he's supposed to be. Mm-hmm. But the one problem is, like, sometimes it's just, at times he's like a little too superhero-y. Kind of.
Yeah.
And it's also the big plot of it kind of being so many episodes, they needed to stretch it out and kind of made it a little. It was a little. What's the word? It was a little too much. Like the overall, like once you figure out what's going on in this small town in Georgia, it's it's like, how did nobody even pick up on this before? But yeah, it's a good show. And I watched the Tinder Swindler documentary that's on Netflix.
The Tinder Swindler. Yeah.
Tinder Swindler.
Yeah, the about the dude who picks up the girls on.
Yeah, now
he's bilks money out of them.
Yeah, now he's permanently banned on like every fucking dating app now, and they just started a GoFundMe for the 3 women that's on the show, which is kind of fucked up. What about all the other people?
Doesn't matter. They're the only 3 that came out, and
Yeah. And it's one of those. The first girl that they were talking to, she was in England. She's Norwegian who moved to England and for school and stuff like that, and she lives in the UK. She literally meets a guy on Tinder, goes and has coffee with him at the hotel. Later on, he sends him a message, "Hey, I'm flying to Bulgaria. Do you want to come with me?" Later on that night. And that's their first date, is flying to another country after you just barely know.
Yeah, that's why sometimes I don't feel sorry for these people. I'm like,
that's how fucking Taken happens.
Yeah.
That's how you get, you're blind, you're good looking, blonde hair, white woman. Yeah,
that's how you end up in a sex dungeon.
Yes. You're going to be hooked up on heroin and being fed to fucking shitty Eastern European fucking guys. Like in Taken, the best friend.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was it was just amazing how much this guy got away with of so many people, and he literally served 5 months in jail, and that's it.
Because honestly, it's probably, what crimes did he actually commit?
It comes down. They kind of explain it to. He was just low enough crime wise that Interpol never picked up on it or nothing like that. They had to get him on like fake documents, like fake passports.
Yeah, that's when like you can tell somebody whatever you want. Like, it's fraud. Like, they could, if it happened here and he was here, like, you would probably have to go after him civilly to get shit back. Like,
so he was talking to multiple women, and it's like a Ponzi scheme. That's all it was.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, I'll pay you back. I need your help because he's the heir to one of the largest diamond mine companies in the world. Like, his dad's worth billions of dollars. And they showed a picture of him and his dad and I guess his mom.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the second I seen it, it was like, that is the most photoshopped fucking picture I've ever seen. It's blatantly obvious.
People don't. They'll believe what they want to believe.
No, it's. I don't want to sound like a fucking sexist, but you meet a guy who's super fucking rich.
Well, yeah. Again, you believe what you want to believe.
It's you hit the lottery.
Yeah, you
mentality.
Believe what you. Yeah, you're not gonna think critically when it's something like you're hearing what you want to hear.
And it sucks. Like, I feel really bad for the victims because they got no justice in this. Like, he's out there. He served 5 months in Israel because of fake. He had a warrant out for him because he had fake documents and stuff like that. So he served 5 months, and then at the end they showed he's still living that lifestyle. Apparently, he went back and started doing it again and started making money.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's got to be one of those, like, he's not really breaking any laws by getting these women to give him money.
No, because it's borrow.
Yeah.
He's not forcing them to take out the loans to give to him.
Yeah. So
it's fucking moving. It's spinning plates.
Yeah, because Bernie Madoff didn't get arrested for. He got arrested for FCC violation. Like, it wasn't that he was swindling people out of money. It was what he was doing.
Yeah.
Like, it was securities fraud or something like that. It wasn't the act of actually swindling people. It was something else.
See, the thing is, the second girl, I think the one from Amsterdam, I can't remember where she came from. Also very pretty and blonde and white.
So clearly he has a type.
Yes. And so they wasn't dating. They just, like, she was like, unlike the first girl who immediately rushed in, it's like, hey, we should start dating and blah, 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 and all this other stuff. After like a month, she's taken out like $20,000, $50,000 loans for this dude. She just wanted to be friends. Like, she wasn't rushing into a relationship, and they became close friends. And she would travel with him all around the country. I mean, all around Europe and stuff like that. And this dude had this girl with him that was posing as a girlfriend, which they never really explained who that person was. But apparently now he's still living that lifestyle. He's dating some Israel model, supermodel fucking chick. But yeah, his face is everywhere. And they were telling all the different aliases and other people that got swindled, but they never showed their faces. It was just like voicemails.
I mean, that's the, I tell Teresa all the time, we need to start our own religion. Just people are dumb, man. You can get people to give you money for no reason if you make them believe in something hard enough. I'm trying to think of what else I've seen. I don't know. I've been working a whole hell of a lot. So
I'm trying to think of any movies.
I mean, I haven't even really been playing any. I haven't played anything new lately either. Well, I've been playing the Jurassic World Evolution 2 because I love me some dinosaurs. But I mean, Destiny. I think we will probably do another episode because I really want to talk about the Xbox, Microsoft buying, Activision Blizzard and Sony buying Bungie. And the things that, may come of all of that stuff. I'm not one of these doom and gloom people, like others who are out there screaming about corporate mergers and things like that. They're buying they're buying IP and people to make things like. But so yeah, I want to sit and talk about that at length because I have some things to say about the unsustainability of Microsoft doing these things. How long do you let your kid live off of you if they're not making money?
Also, I'm watching Righteous Gemstones, season 2, and it's season 2 is almost over, and I like this. Like, season 2 is so good right now. They actually brought in Memphis wrestling. Like, they tie in season 2 back to 1960s and Memphis style wrestling.
Yeah,
and John Goodman and Danny McBride and all that is very good also in this season, especially John Goodman.
I need to watch. I need to just get me some AMC Plus for a while, like a month, and watch the first half of the last season of The Walking Dead. I think the last half is going to start airing soon. Superman and Lois is still a great show. Like, it's the best CW show that they make of the DC stuff.
I guess next week is the finale for Peacemaker, and then we can talk about the whole series of Peacemaker.
Yeah, I got to watch that episode.
Which is another show that started off slow but got better.
Yeah, because, I mean, the character had to evolve. Like,
yeah.
And only James Gunn would bring in a Nazi character. Like, I think that's great. Like, James Gunn's like, no, I can do this. I can bring in
a white
supremacist character that was,
I mean, it's
an exploitation character. Basically, I mean, that's what that character was created for.
I mean, it's in the fucking comics.
Yeah, but I mean, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, you're not going to get a lot of those exploitation characters getting mainstream exposure.
I guess it's the fact of the change of heart, like Boba Fett, Peacemaker, basically almost died. He was literally almost completely dead, but he survived.
And he gets called out by an actual like hero.
Yeah.
Like Rick Flag
yeah.
who's I'm doing the right thing and you're just following stupid orders from Amanda Waller who's using you.
Peacemaker, what a joke.
Yeah.
And then he dies. And that stuck with him. And then getting shot and almost dying afterwards. Now he has a complete change of heart. Like now he's mentally, now he has that fucking thing. He can't pull that trigger. And I think the fucking sidekick dude, Vigilante's fucking great.
Yeah, I do like that character was on Arrow. Nothing like that version of nothing like this version of the character.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I guess that's it. We've been going a good way. That's a good episode for this week. Yeah, I think we'll do. I think next time we'll talk some games and some gaming news.
Oh, Ghost! I haven't played any games other than I played 5 minutes of Ghost Recon Extraction, that sci-fi fucking Ghost Recon Siege, basically, but with aliens. It fucking sucks.
I mean,
I played the training, and the training tutorial missions don't explain anything, and there's just so much shit in that game, and it's not good.
Yeah, no, I re-downloaded Division 2 and was playing that, and it sucks. They've added so much. They added so much stuff, but I hate that part of the season pass shit.
Yeah,
like you can't go back and play everything, and
timed events.
Yeah, like. So in the first one you had First Division, you had that the Fei Lao, the agent that helped you that comes and gets you in the beginning of the first one. The fucking helicopter explodes or whatever. The beginning of the First Division. Somehow she fucking turned on the Division, so you got to hunt her down in the last fucking thing, and I can't fucking get to her because there's parts of the fucking thing I'm like, I'm not doing that, all the fucking shit required to fucking, so.
Yeah, there's nothing coming out for the Xbox anytime soon.
Fucking Witch Queen comes out next week.
Oh, Elden Ring comes out, I think, next week, which I don't care because I've never played Dark Souls or
and it's an
Bloodborne.
open world, like I'm not, yeah, it's never.
Because those are exclusive, they were exclusive to Sony. So I never played them, and I don't really care to play them. Like
I'm not a fan of
Sekiro. I have it. I just never touched it.
Yeah, I'm not. I've never. There's never have jumped out at me to play them. I still haven't gotten Ghost of Tsushima. Like I want to, but I'm like I'll wait.
I still haven't touched Yakuza 4, 5, and 6. So I might go back and play those because I still haven't touched them yet.
Yeah, I think Witch Queen comes out on the 22nd. That'll probably be my next game I buy. Eventually I'll buy Far Cry 6. I haven't bought that yet.
Oh, Far Cry 6 kind of sucks. I got it. I forgot. I do have that, and I was playing it, and it's just one of those Ubisoft.
I mean,
obviously, this is our message that we're trying to convey. Look at it. Woo. Our writing sucks. Like trying to be serious, and it's basically like Watch Dogs or Watch Dogs Legion and stuff like that. It's like I get what you're trying to say, but the way you convey it through the game in the writing is not good.
I'll eventually get it when it goes on enough sale.
Oh, Better Call Saul is broken up into 2 parts.
Of course.
April is the first part, and I think June or July or something like that's the second part. I think it's something like that. It's not far apart, but it's enough to get nominated for Emmys for 2022 and 2023.
Just slide it in there like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess that'll be it for this week, and we'll be back with you next week. And at some point I don't know if we'll do a top movies or whatever, I think I have a list of like 31.
I don't have that
movies.
many films. I have to go back and really fucking search.
Yeah, I put them on a spreadsheet. I got like a list of 31. I'm gonna break down. My top movies aren't gonna be like the big ones. Like, I think I don't have the order, but I know like Pig, Nobody. No, Pig. Fuck. Riders of Justice.
Yeah. Riders of Justice is probably my number one.
Yeah, like Pig, Riders of Justice, and like it's not big movies that are in my top 5. I know that much.
I still haven't seen Pig. Prisoners of Ghostland is a huge fucking letdown.
Speaking of Nicolas Cage, do you know what I had to turn down?
What?
Being his stand-in for fucking Renfield.
Are they filming that here?
Yep.
Nice.
I had to turn down Interview with a Vampire as well.
Yeah, I went to go visit the lawyers in the Sidney Torres building.
Yeah.
And I guess they were doing costume.
Yeah, they work. Sometimes some of the offices work out of that building. When I was doing,
It was in the lobby.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as I walk in the lobby, and there's like
the person at a desk.
Yeah, there's one person at a desk who takes your temperature and gives you the wristband and all that stuff. And then right next to that was, I guess, the wardrobe person. And I thought I had to like get tested and stuff like that. And he's like, "Oh, are you here for the interview with the vampire?" And I'm like, "No, I'm gonna go see the Sidney Torres on the 3rd floor." Oh, okay, you could just go.
Yeah, no, they're because the people check in with her or whoever's there, and then they go off down into the hallway. Because
it had to have been a costume.
Well, I know when I was doing the Sean Payton movie, which is on Netflix. I have not watched it to see if I can see myself. The other football movie I was in, is out too on video on demand. I'll probably rent that because there's a better chance of me seeing myself in that one.
Which one was that?
National Champions, the movie. It's about the Heisman winner who's like protesting the championship game because he wants the athletes to get paid. Like, it's very because they just
Straight
had
from
that
the headlines.
Yeah, I thought it was a comedy when I was doing it because of the guy that's in it that was there the day that I was filming, which is the dude that was in The Office and Anchorman.
Oh, yeah.
Tall, bald guy.
Yeah.
He's in it. But then it turns out it's a fucking serious movie, but I don't think it went to the theaters. I think it was...
I didn't hear...
Ends up going straight... It went straight VOD.
I never
It doesn't
heard
look
a single
bad.
thing.
It doesn't, like, just watch the trailer. It doesn't look bad. The short guy from Brother, Where Art Thou's in it is one of the main characters.
Oh, Tim Blake Nelson?
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm in a scene with him and... I don't know who the black woman is. I don't know what her name was, but her.
Okay. At
the Hyatt. But yeah, so I had to turn down Interview with a Vampire as a featured fucking like a victim, one of Lewis's victims.
Lewis.
The Brad Pitt's character from the original Interview.
Oh, okay.
One of his victims.
This is a TV show, right?
Yes. So it's going to be filming for a while.
No, who's what channel?
Is it? I think it's Netflix.
Netflix?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
And then I had to turn down being a stand-in for Nicolas Cage as Dracula.
Dude, fuck that. I would have been just to hang out on set with Nicolas Cage.
Those. I mean, the more those I get, I may be able to swing those because those are all night shoots. Like both of them, the Interview and the Renfield is night shoots.
Well, yeah, it's obvious the Renfield one would probably be.
Yeah, but so all the Interview stuff has been night shoots. And then Interview, like, here's the funny thing. So off of the Sean Payton movie, I made more money getting COVID tested than I did actually filming.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was doing that movie when Ida hit. So, like, that time, so the shoot for the final game kept getting pushed back. Interview is giving $100 per COVID test, and 3 COVID tests are required before you film.
That's not bad.
So day rate is $150.
Can you take those and just not show up to set and just keep the money?
Yeah, but they'll never bring you back.
Okay.
Like you'll be done. Like
You'll be blacklisted on all movies.
yeah, like the casting agency will never.
Okay. Oh yeah, I got that friend that apparently works for one of the top casting agencies in New Orleans now.
Yeah, so like I'm tempted to do it specifically for that because it's like
Yeah.
$450 for what'll essentially come up to be like a night's work.
It's not bad.
And then I don't know. I'm assuming maybe that's interview that they built that set over at the Lowe's for, because that's a whole fucking 2 blocks of streets.
Yeah. And it wraps around. It's like
Yeah,
an L.
that's what I'm saying. So I think that
I thought maybe it was like for the Will Smith movie.
I don't know what it's for.
It might be interview. I mean, it's got the look.
Yeah. So,
But no, it actually looks more like Western.
yeah, I don't know.
style
I haven't gotten a
than New
good look
Orleans.
inside of what it actually looks like. But yeah, so with all that said, that's it for this week's episode. I'm Wayne, that is
Paul.
and we will talk to you later.